these huge battles. You know what the maddest she ever got me was? One time she was watching this show, it was like a poor excuse for The View, and they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence, just in case, you didn't get the memo. Evidently, just some people didn't get it. It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly. It's gonna fucking rust, right? How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching for. Oh, fuck! No,
that's so
sit easy, sweetheart. Here we go.
I understand.
There you go. Oh.
Like they're gonna have to change.
So at the end of the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I can give you like 17 right off the top of my head. You can wake me from a drunken stupor, I can still give you like 9. Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason.
No.
Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying? Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week? There you go. Every day. You didn't do it, right?
She was fed up.
There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day, paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You gotta move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's gonna stay in.
Oh, no.
No reason.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying you should do it, but there's plenty of fucking reasons in that arc of a story.
Hey, that's real.
Give some context.
All right, that was a hypothetical.
Look at me.
You want an actual story? I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figured that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figured this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do. So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot. So I did the typical guy thing. Like, I'm not going to the hospital, I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning I wake up, my foot's even worse. And I gotta walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it, my foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, I go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it. She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you always gotta waterboard me with like a 20-minute that eventually winds its way around to go, fuck yourself? Just say no. Just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right? Now I'm like limping down the street. I got like Tourette's. Fuck goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me. I gotta admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you want to do, right? And fuck me? Fine. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall. I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her.
That is
just trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something. Worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah. Hung my coat up. Turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me.
Felt good.
But the music was so loud. Not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. It's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. It's like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going on to the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, now, we're going to talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears. It fucking hurt. So I'm like, honey, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Put the headphones back on. She comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off a little harder. This time they spin halfway around my head. Caveman DNA starts coming up. Talking through my teeth. Honey, leave me alone. Don't want to time she comes up, boom, slaps him right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine, you want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down.
Double standard.
Right there. I just want to roll her up on her yoga mat and stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. Major point. This is ridiculous.
Yo.
No, that's the thing. Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, you know?
Yeah.
But saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out?
Yeah.
Very true.
Look how awkward it is in here right now.
How?
I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that?
Oh, no. Yeah, you asked.
Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're like walking around like I'm not fucking taping a special here?
Yo.
Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna like yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him!
Yo.
Every fucking special I do, there's always one!
Oh,
Always right down
What
the
is she-
fucking middle.
Yo.
what if she was yelling something that was like supporting what he said?
But she didn't say anything that was supporting what he said.
What did she say?
Let's go back.
She
We're
said
gonna-
answer him?
No, we're gonna go back and play. the
I
caption.
always feel so bad for people in the audience
Yeah.
when that happens to them.
Now you part of the show.
Exactly. Like, I came to be a spectator. I did not come to be made a part of this.
But he's speaking facts
What
though.
I just
Alright,
wanna
he
know
is-
what
he
she
is.
said.
I'm gonna go back. We're gonna rewind.
He's definitely
He's
speaking facts.
though.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
there's all
You
it's-
have to
it's-
take
it's
into
two-
account
it's
the
two
whole
sides to the
situation.
story.
Exactly.
It's two sides
That's
to
a
the story.
given
It's always
to
two
me.
sides. You can't just take one perspective.
Because there's, like he's saying, there is context where it
Yes.
would make sense to want to hit her
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
How many times have
Yeah.
I seen girls go up and slap somebody
Yep.
or, you know, in
Consistently
videos
do
or whatever?
something.
You're
Consistently do
provoking
something.
and provoking.
Yeah.
You think he ain't getting amped up too and want to backhand you?
Men have emotions too.
Exactly. The same way you get irritated, they also get irritated.
Hey.
It just so happens that they're biologically stronger most of the time.
Hey. Yeah.
Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna like yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him!
She probably
Every
feels
fucking
so
special I
embarrassed.
do, there's always one! Always right down the fucking middle. Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason. Jesus fucking Christ. Travis, I'm not even in a relationship with her and she's fucking nagging me.
Hey, stress.
Fucking unbelievable. Look,
Yo.
I understand hitting a woman's a bad thing, okay? How come you can't fucking ask questions? I just don't understand. Like, if I get bit by a rattlesnake, wouldn't you guys have some questions? Right? How did it happen? Did you not see it? Were you fucking with it?
Yeah, that's very true.
How did this snake get so mad it almost killed you? Firemen put out a fire, they don't just drive away afterwards, they sift through the debris. How did it start? Here's an oily rag, right? I realize I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that. Let me extend an olive branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay? Horrible guys, you know, have a rough day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole, and just start swinging, all right?
Good.
I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist, they should be buried underneath the prison, okay? So if I can admit that, ladies, can you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky? Really? hockey has 2 minutes for instigating, right? They understand that some back and forth happened before that shit, you know? You know what it is? Is every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never...
And even in that, after they were going through what happened and stuff, did she egg him on? Cause did you ever read about it?
I didn't
or
read about the
anything?
case specifically.
And
but
I'm not speaking like I know 100%, but I think I remember they said like she threw his keys out the car. They were arguing. She might have slapped him or spit in his face or something.
We weren't there,
right?
in person, to even judge.
Right.
In my opinion, we're receiving the information, and of course we seen the results of her getting beat up. So that's automatically, you know.
And of course, if that's what's if people are seeing the pictures first,
that's what everybody's gonna kind of. That's an emotional type of response. But at the same time, what led up to that whole situation?
What's the context?
Because nobody really ever talked about what happened to Chris Brown in order to get to that point. Now that's not justifying what he did at all. But at the same time, how did they get to that point?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Just say it, dude. In your heart of hearts, what do you think was going down before that happened? You think she was just sitting there going, oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get some ice cream?
Exactly.
You know? Or then maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said. Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck. Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker!
Hey,
To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my out! No, fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is the core of a lot of that shit. You know? And I gotta tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued. But after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition.
A winning tradition.
This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed. This desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call them a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that one. That's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right?
In that space.
My girl knows my big thing is, my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, you know, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, turn it down! Music! So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. Next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay, you're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit.
Bob
You
and...
got a little dip. Just let that slide. Stay in the part of the argument. Okay? It's over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later. Would you calm down? And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Yo,
the champagne of victory.
This was amazing. I really liked his points in this.
Yeah.
His comedy, yo.
I really like his comedy.
Yes, every video we've watched so far has been fire.
Yeah.
Yes. I really respect him being honest and him just being up there. That takes a lot, to just be honest with people like that.
Yes.
And yo, he called out that woman. He called her out. I was not expecting him to do that.
Ooh,
It
made me think of how who does it? Oh, how DC does it sometimes on Wildin' Out. That's what made me feel bad.
Oh, like calling out.
That's what I thought of. That made me feel bad.
I mean, but that was kind of on her too. That whole conversation, you hear the tone of the conversation. What made you think that was a good idea?
He really did have some good points though. And what did you think about what he was about? How women argue?
I think some of those points are accurate. I'm not saying that every woman has that perspective.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think when it comes to them handling conflict, they do tend to try to aim at personal blows.
Oh, and that's
it's like,
so
why?
horrible.
Like, I'm not doing that to you. Why you gotta try to say something that's about my character?
Right.
Definitely, if we together as in a relationship, we trying to give each other 100% positivity. Why are you being negative towards me? That ain't gonna do nothing but make me not want to respect you or talk to you.
Exactly.
That's a bad way to go about it.
That's a horrible approach.
And I do feel like that. It's more of it's women are more sometimes tactical. I wouldn't even say tactical. I would say
you're
spiteful.
Tactical in an emotional way. Spiteful, and petty way.
Yeah.
That's
I disagree with that because it's not always. That's not gonna help the situation.
Exactly. How's that gonna help y'all resolve whatever it is y'all are talking about?
That's not gonna help at all. Man, how'd y'all feel about this? Y'all let us know in the comment section. We really enjoyed this. We enjoyed Bill Burr. If y'all new to the channel, welcome to the channel. We really appreciate y'all chilling with us today, y'all. Yo. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.